Anderson in the city. Stephanie, what did you see?
Hi Peter, well we were actually at a press conference with the Lord Mayor and watched this car drive down Swanston Street, pursued by a number...
Shortly after 1:30 in the afternoon this afternoon, when I was standing out doing a press conference here on the portico at Town Hall.
Hi Peter, well we were actually at a press conference with the Lord Mayor and watched this car drive down Swanston Street, pursued by a number of police vehicles. It was at quite low speeds by that point, but as the sirens increased, we actually saw this car drive up onto the footpath or attempt to drive up onto the footpath of Swanston Street. Some bollards were blocking the way, so it kept on going through the footpath. We lost sight of it from there, but we've since come down towards...
As that car reached Collins Street, it accelerated down Swanston Street, attempted to turn left into Little Collins Street, and then to our horror, because its way was blocked by the bollards which were in place at lunchtime, it mounted the pavement and drove at speed down towards the Bourke Street mall.
This is what one of the world's top statement analyst experts says about the use by a person wrongly using the pronoun we and us. Statement analyst expert Peter Hyatt. Here he says we and us, not allowing himself to be alone with the accusation. This is a signal of guilt, as humans do not like to be alone with guilt.
At Town Hall. To our surprise, we saw the police helicopter overhead. We saw a large number of police cars. To our surprise, we saw the police helicopter overhead. We saw a large number of police cars coming down Swanston Street in pursuit of a bronzy-coloured, maroon-coloured convoy.
If the media had not been on the mayor's balcony, then they would have not had the footage of Jimmy driving down Swanston. More importantly, they would not have had the money shot of Jimmy mounting the pavement with people on it. This footage was critical for reinforcing the allegations that Jimmy drove his car down the pavement in Bourke Street. It gave the public real images of Jimmy's car on a pavement, even though it was the pavement of a completely different road where not a single person was even hit, let alone injured. The media deliberately misled the public by showing CCTV images from Swanston Street without saying they were not actually from cameras in Bourke Street. Once it was planted in the minds of the public, it did not matter that the images were not from Bourke Street. It was like a classic magic trick, when the musician makes the audience think they have seen something different to what they have actually been shown. The media have a code of principles they are meant to adhere to, but they collectively ignored these principles on 20th of January. It is any wonder why fake news is now a regular topic of the news. So let's look at the media's alibi for being on the balcony of the town hall. This looks like another almost unbelievable coincidence. Remember, Jimmy decided he would have a photobomb. An outside broadcast that the footage looks to be CGI fakery filmed in a studio with a green screen. Say what you want about this clip. So we have yet more coincidence that day involving Jimmy and the media. Firstly, if there was a press conference being held that day, then why was there never any footage from this press conference broadcasted? I have searched and not found a single image from a press conference held that day. In fact, I have yet to find imagery of any press conference ever held on the town hall balcony. So the story we're being asked to believe is that the first ever press conference was held on the balcony on 20th of January, and it is also the first press conference in history which the media attend, when not a single media outlet broadcasts or publishes a single image from the press conference. It is an insult to the intelligence of the citizens of our country that we are expected to believe that a press conference would be planned to take place in such an uncontrollable environment. Normal background noise in a city centre includes traffic, sirens and helicopters. What would be unexpected if such noises were not present. When Robert Doyle recorded his Twitter video, Swanston Street was closed to all traffic, and even then there was considerable background noise. Here is the typical noise that I recorded from the exact same location of the town hall balcony. Anybody honestly believe that an organisation well experienced in hosting press conferences would hold it outside above a busy street in the city with this kind of racket going on in the background? Just fully engage your brain for a second and ask yourself, would anybody really hold a press conference with this noise? My footage doesn't even have any sirens or helicopters. At a press conference, journalists ask questions. How the fuck would Robert Doyle hear a question from more than 2 foot away, let alone from a journalist half a way across the balcony? Putting aside, there is no footage of any press conference in history being held on the town hall balcony. There is not a single piece of credible evidence that there was a press conference held on the balcony that day. So why were the press on the town hall balcony on the 20th of January? Who told them to go there? It sounds clear from Robert Doyle's address that he is telling lies and being deceptive. So Mayor Robert Doyle, why don't you tell us everything that you know? Also, Lord Mayor, instead of having us rely upon your eyewitness account, release the CCTV footage from Bourke Street, which the people of Melbourne have paid for.